So we've got number 1, shape A. Same idea, right? You have to separate it and see that it's 2 separate shapes, even though you can't see these blocks in the back. Okay? So let's take a look at the measurements for shape A. We've got the formula for volume. His volume equals length times width times height. Okay? We keep doing that. So for A, we need to find length and width and height. So A, here's the length, but we've chopped the 12. So we cannot use the 12. But if I look for a parallel line, I can find another one. But this is for shape B. So we've got a built-in part-part whole right here. Okay? So you have to subtract the 8 from the 12 to find out what the length is for shape A. So 12 is the whole. One of the parts is 8. This part is the 8. We need to see how much this part is. So these 2 parts equal this whole. So 8 and what equals 12? Well, it's 4. I know this one is 8, so this one is 4. So that's my length. Now I need width. There's nothing there, there's nothing there, there's nothing there. I need to keep looking for a line that is parallel to that. Nothing, 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 nothing. Magic. It's right there. Even though this measurement is for shape B, it's the same all along. So my width is 2. And then I need height. And there, the height is always the up and down one. So we're lucky. From here to here, nothing's chopped. It's 10. Okay? Please remember you can pause the video at any time if you need to be understanding what's going on. Okay? So this one was 4. So, now my shape B. That's the green one. Remember, I can't see what's on the back, but I know it's there. So I need length times width times height. So length is right there. Even though this says 12, this has been chopped. This much is 4, this much is 8. So that's my length. My width is in fact here at 2. And my height, nothing's here. I look for parallel. It's right there. It's 3. Okay? So now I need to do all this multiplication and then combine the 2 answers. So 4 times 2 is 8, times 10 is 80. Then I have 2 times 3 is 6, times 8 is 48. So 0 plus 8 is 8, 8 plus 4 is 12. So my combined volume is 128. My label is inches, and it's a 3-dimensional shape. Okay? Now, if you divided your shape the other way, instead of having A behind B, if you divided it A on top of B, let's work that out as well. So again, keeping in mind, volume equals length times width times height. Okay? So, shape A, I need length times width times height. So my length is here, but that 10 is chopped in half, so I can't use, I'm sorry, not the 10 is chopped in half. We don't have a length here, or here, or here. Looking for parallel lines, we see that is parallel, but we only need to here. So again, part whole, if I have my whole as 12, and I can see that part of it, this part, is 8, well, what 2 numbers, and 8's one of them, equal 12? Well, it's 4. So that tells me that length is 4. So 4 goes there. Okay. So those two parts equal 12. Okay, now I need my width, which is this one here. There's not a number, there's not a number, there's not a number, there's not a number. I'm looking at all of the parallel lines. Well, this one is parallel, and it's 2. Okay, now I'm looking for my last measurement for shape A. There's no measurement given on that height or that height, and the 10 is for the entire thing. We only need it right there. So I can see this parallel line, but that one equals 3. So once again, if we have part whole, the whole is 10, one part is 3. What is that other part that will equal 10? 7, okay, because 7 plus 3 equals 10. So 7 is the height for shape A, okay? Now we look at shape B. Okay, we need the length times the width times the height. The length for shape B is this whole piece right here. It's 12. My width has a number, which is 2. And my height is 3. Okay, so now once again, I have to do all that multiplication and then add everything up. So I have 4 times 2 is 8 times 7, or 7 times 2 is 14 times 4, or, this is what works better in my head, is 4 times 7 is 28, and then 28 times 2 is 56. Okay, then I have 12 times 2, and then take it times 3, or 2 times 3 is 6, and multiply that by 12. Okay, remember the order doesn't matter when we multiply, okay, but I'm going to do it with 2 times 3 is 6, and then 12 times 6 is 72. Then I take those two volumes and I add them up. 6 and 2 is 8, 7 and 5 is 12. So my overall volume is 128. My measurement is in inches, and this is a three-dimensional shape. So if you look, 128, 128, okay? I had two different volumes up here for the A's and B's shapes because I chopped it in different areas, but the end result is the same, okay? So I'm going to move on to number 2. Okay, once again, keeping in mind volume equals length times width times height. So for shape A, my length stops right here. I need this length, there's not a number. Still not a number. Keeping the parallel lines. There's the other parallel, and I've got 8. Now I need my width. Well, it's right there. 5, and my height is right there, 4. Okay? Now shape B, once again I need length. Well, it doesn't show, so I look for another parallel line, and it is right there. 4 times, now I need my width. Well, I can't see my width on this side, it goes back there. But I can see my width here, there's no number. There's no number, and there's still no number. So I got to go look at shape A now and see if there's a parallel line that has the number. And there is. It's 5. Now I need the height for shape B. And it's right there. 16. Okay? So now I need to do all the multiplication and then add them up. So, let's see. 5 times 4 is 20. I'm going to hold that 0 off to the side and multiply 8 by 2, which is 16, and then that 0 that I was hanging on to, throw it onto the end. Okay, then I have 4 times 5 is 20, so I'm going to hold that 0 off to the side and use the 2. 16 times 2 is 32, throw that 0 on the end. Okay, I'm going to shift my answer a little so I don't crowd number 3. 0 and 0 is 0, 2 and 6 is 8, and 3 and 1 is 4. Yes, I did lose lights, but they came right back on. So my volume for the combined shape is 480. My measurement is in feet, and it is a three-dimensional shape. Okay? So now let's look at number 2, chopping it differently. See here, A is in front, B is behind. Now A is on the bottom, and B is on top. Okay? Once again, volume equals length times width times height. So for shape A, my measurements are length, which is here, 5. My width is here, there's no number. There's no number, there's no number. A does not stop here. Look, it keeps going. We just can't see it. So 8 is only part of the width. Okay, so I need to find the other part. Well, this is 8, and I'm looking at parallel lines. Parallel lines. It's 4. Okay, we have part of it here and part of it here. So we have to add those two together. 8 and 4 is? Yes. Okay, remember shape A is the pink one, so I'm looking for the height now. I don't see it there. I see the whole height, but that's from here to here, and I only need here. So look at parallel, no. Parallel, yes. 4. Okay? Then we have shape B, which is the blue one. We're looking for length. It's the same as A. It's right here. It's 5. My width is just this portion, which we figured out already was 4, but we can see up here the parallel line is measured at 4. Okay, and then my height, well, this whole thing is 16, but I only need from here for shape B. We figured out that it's 4 for A, so now we need to figure out, because it doesn't tell us what this part is. The whole is 16, and one part is 4. So what plus 4 equals 16? 12. So my other measurement is 12. Okay. Okay, so now I have to do all the multiplying out again. So let's see, I'm going to do 5 times 4 is 20. I'm going to push that 0 to the side, keep the 2 in my head. 12 times 2 is 24. And grab that 0 that I pushed to the side. Okay, and ooh, magical, look at 5 times 4 is 20. Hold on to the 2, push the 0 to the side. 12 times 2 is 24. I throw that 0 back on, and I add the 2. 0 and 0, 0. 4 and 4, 8. 2 and 2, 4. So my overall combined volume is 480. My measurement is feet, and it is a three-dimensional shape. Now, look at how we chopped it before. And even with the different chops, we get the same volume.